Howdy peeps, hope you're doing well. So, a different room just for a change, right? So, today, it has become apparent to me that women don't know something. Okay, I'll rephrase that. The younger generations don't quite know what to do with regards cooking after a cam girl nearly burnt the damn place to pieces, right? So, I figured, anyone's got to teach them, man's got to teach them. This is going to be quite simple. Just going to need a frying pan, something like that. Chuck that on your stove. Bit of sunflower oil. You can go for virgin if you prefer it that way. I'm talking about virgin oil before any of you get any ideas. That's what some of you wrong-uns are like. Right. Then, depending on your application, you want to get it to a nice heat. And then just let that sit in the pan and heat up. This is, I don't know how people manage to set shit on fire when cooking. Like the most basic of things. Right, next on the list, bacon. And we're also going to have an egg with that as well. And I dare say there's going to be some disruption to the sound as everything starts heating up and getting itself together. You need bread. You might want butter, margarine or something like that if you like that on your bread. Personally, I like the juices from the vat from the bacon, and a bit of red sauce or brown. There's the brown sauce earlier, like a fruity kind of like barbecuey flavour. Anyway, so what we'll do is we'll just spread that oil across the base of the pan evenly. It really sad. This is a state we're in, isn't it, guys? It's you know the most basic. I mean, I've said this before about the younger generations, and sometimes I feel a bit bad because it's like it seems that they've been brought up without the basics, the essentials. You know, like how to cook a meal without burning your house down. It should seem quite obvious. You know, it really shouldn't be that much of a challenge. But this young girl, she was doing her little stream, getting her money up and all that. So she was doing it in like a mini skirt, obviously quite revealing and all that. And you could even make the argument, well, maybe it was being done for a bit of popularity, you know. Well, I would say that, you know, nearly burning your house down and well, the block as it were, is a bit excessive. Definitely, I'd say that is a bit much for stardom, but that doesn't mean that people won't do it. So you carry on just getting the sort of base of the frying pan, obviously the inside coated in that oil that you had in there. Keep your eye on the temperature. Then what I tend to do is I put the sauce on the bread first. There you go, a bit on there, a bit on there. I just use an ordinary knife, one of these, just to sort of spread it across, get it all even. Unless of course you want to do a specific style, and I call this one, okay, that's called the Amber Heard style, because it's only on one side, right? Right, first thing you want to do, you might also benefit having a bit of a kitchen towel or something like that, just to wipe off any excess sauce from the blade of the knife. Get your egg, have another quick check on that. Crack the egg just by tapping it across the top. Who'd have thought I'd end up doing a fucking cooking programme? Speaking of cooking, by the way, thanks to whoever reported that video for the copyright claims. I've got a funny feeling I know who that was. And I'm surprised, actually I'm disappointed that person is still trolling around the internet with nothing else better to do with their life other than interfering shit that ain't none of their business. But this seems to be a thing. Might add, as while you're cooking, you might have an extractor fan, but if I switch that on, going to make a lot of noise. And I'll probably be fighting that and over the cooking as well. So, next you need a spatula. Keep an eye on the heat, keep an eye on the egg, see what it's doing. I'll show you guys in a second. And perfect, just enough bacon to finish this one off. Fantastic. So actually, the girl I was seeing many years ago actually asked me how to fry an egg. To this day I don't know if she was taking a piss or not. It's a true story, I was like, what? So after the relationship broke down, I'm like, what did you actually bring to the table other than your drama, your problems and your attitude? Not a lot. Not a lot. Right, I'll tell you what, just for the sake of let me get that down there. Let's see if I can make some stuff about a little bit. This might be the part I'll do in the kitchen. I'm joking. Right, so yeah, you've got the egg there, so what I tend to do, ever so slightly move around the edges, just like that. This is cooking programs for you guys, you know what I'm saying? I swear, if they've been teaching the ladies, I'm pretty sure they ain't going to be teaching the guys neither, do you know what I mean? So, if you're vegetarian, just chuck another egg in there. But if you're not, well, here we go. Right, bit of bacon, drop that in there. Other piece of bacon, just drop that in there. Kitchen towel. Also, depending on how well you want your egg cooked from the yolk, it depends how long you leave it in there and whether you like it sunny side up or sunny side down. Sunny side should be self-explanatory. Yeah, so I suppose this is a way to cook the food without burning the place with it. You know what I'm saying? It really is quite straightforward. Now this part is probably going to break the yolk, but we're going for it. I really don't understand what the challenge is. I mean, what's difficult about this? I don't get it. You know? So bacon generally doesn't really need that long, obviously depending on the sort of heat you've got it on. I tend to do both sides a little bit. You can put pressure on it as well, just to make sure it all gets cooked. Right, with that, you turn your heat off. Remove the pan from the source of the heat. Make sure there's nothing around it that can catch fire. And we adjust that like so. That's pretty much all there is to it. Then you get your Amber Heard bread. Yeah. There you go. Chuck it in a sandwich. Get yourself a decent shot of one of these. Be careful not to slice through your fingers, cut it in half. There you go, bacon sandwiches without burning down the kitchen. If you don't mind, I'm going to go and eat them. Ladies, bacon sandwiches, it's really easy. As you can see, I make my own fucking sandwiches. Peace out.